Did you know that Overwatch 2 has a secret tank hero? And what if I told you that this tank has an ability to transform from being the lowest to the highest health hero in the entire game? Let me take you on a journey of what makes a hero in Overwatch and how we technically have 13 tanks in the game right now. Every hero in Overwatch has a completely unique set of weapons and abilities that set them apart in the coding of the game. However, there are a number of ultimates in Overwatch that can switch up a hero's default weapons and abilities without making them a completely different hero. Think of heroes like Genji, Torbjorn, and Roadhog. These heroes are all transforming into a separate state when using their ultimate, but are still clearly themselves as heroes. Ramattra is one of the only heroes in the game who can transform between states by using a non-ultimate ability, and he's probably the most obvious thing we have to a hidden tank hero in the game. I mean, look at this guy. He has a separate hitbox, a separate weapon, a separate health pool, and even a separate blocking ability. For all intents and purposes, he is two separate heroes, but with the way in which the game is coded, both of these heroes are still Ramattra, so this doesn't solve our hidden tank mystery at all. Ramattra's form switch ability functions the same way a Genji's blade does. You press the button, you transform into a secondary version of the hero, but you still retain the status of being the hero in which you pick from the spawn room. So let's keep digging. Are there any heroes in Overwatch that let you play as a completely different hero to the one that you picked in the spawn room? Well, Echo does that. Her ultimate ability is to literally just copy any other hero, and since she doesn't share any abilities before and after transforming, she does almost very literally just become a separate hero. The only thing that Echo cannot copy are any transformations that the copied hero may have applied. For example, if she copies a Genji using Dragon Blade, she becomes just a default Genji, which makes sense, right? However, none of these interactions cause Echo to become a secret hidden hero, and current day Echo just seamlessly transforms between almost anyone in the game. But there is something unique about one of the things that she can't transform into: Bob. You all know him, you know his name, his origin, and then he does something. Of course, Bob is a non-playable character within Overwatch, but Bob does have his own unique weapon, his own unique health pool, his own unique hitbox, and he does technically have a unique set of abilities as well. When initially cast, Bob sprints to the position in which the player casts him, and deals damage to any enemy player that may stand in his way. This sprint is technically classed as an ability, since it can be stopped by enemies who are able to interrupt movement abilities, such as Cassidy with his hindrance grenade. And on top of this, Bob is the only non-player entity that actually counts towards contesting or progressing objectives in Overwatch. Despite all of this, Bob is not actually our secret hidden tank. Although he very much acts like a hero, he is completely non-playable. This is because Bob counts as a specially coded pet within Overwatch. This pet concept isn't anything new, and includes things like Ashe's Bob, Torbjorn's turret, and D.Va's mech. D.Va is the only hero in Overwatch that can lose her base HP and not return back to the spawn room. This mech has to become a pet of D.Va when she gets demeched, since it's the mech itself that explodes and disappears when D.Va uses her ultimate. To make sure that any potential damage and eliminations caused by D.Va's bomb are tracked properly, it becomes a pet of the new baby D.Va once activated. This design ensures that any D.Va bomb eliminations are displayed in the kill feed as being obtained by D.Va, and it also ensures that all damage done by D.Va's bomb is accurately represented in the D.Va player's scoreboard statistics. But more importantly, this means that the player transforms from Mech D.Va to Baby D.Va. Baby D.Va possesses her own unique hitbox, her own unique weapon, her own unique health pool, and even a unique set of abilities. Now, you may be thinking, what abilities? Well, her completely unique ultimate ability, Remech. We discussed at the start of this video that a hero in Overwatch is an entity with completely unique weapons and abilities. We covered almost every hero state in the game that grants a hero new weapons and abilities, but none of these gain a unique ultimate ability when transforming, except for Baby D.Va. Baby D.Va has been coded as a separate hero since the start of Overwatch 1, and technically brings our hero cast up to 40 unique playable characters. But there's one more thing that makes her unique. This video is about a hidden tank hero, but can Baby D.Va really be considered a tank? With her tiny hitbox, her tiny health pool, her complete inability to protect her team or maintain space? Well, technically yes. Baby D.Va maintains the role passive of her fully mech tank form, and this can be proven in-game. Tank heroes grant 30% less ultimate charge when shot at by enemies. Baby D.Va's 150 HP does actually give less ultimate charge than you would receive from dealing 150 damage to a non-tank hero like Tracer. On top of this, tank heroes also receive less knockback by enemy boops, which can be seen in the way D.Va interacts when knocked back, compared to a similarly sized damage hero in Tracer. There is absolutely so much more that I could say about D.Va being two separate heroes and the problems that this has caused the game, but that should be an entirely separate video for another day. For now, feel free to check out the video on the left of your screen to find out exactly why D.Va actually has the highest health out of any hero in the entire Overwatch cast.